Welcome to Dial Up Digest.
The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour is a trilogy of crossover TV specials between the Nickelodeon show The Adventures of Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, and The Fairly Odd Parents. The first special aired in 2004, which is now over 20 years ago. I remember watching this special and being really excited because I loved crossovers. I was a fan of the Rugrats and Ah Real Monsters crossover from the episode Ghost Story, so my expectations for this special were high. The Jimmy Timmy Power Hour's first special starts off in Dimsdale. Timmy is facing a problem. He has to come up with a science fair invention, but he's running out of time. So in typical Timmy fashion, he asks Cosmo and Wanda for help.
I wish I was in the greatest lab in the universe!
Timmy is then transported to Jimmy's lab. As if he's shopping for a new toy at a store, Timmy tries to pick out an invention for his science fair from Jimmy's lab. Then, Timmy and Jimmy meet. Soon, Jimmy gets transported to Dimsdale. Timmy meets Jimmy's pals, Sheen and Carl.
He struck his own head!
My name's not Jimmy, it's Timmy.
You scientifically altered the first letter of your name?
And then runs into Cindy and Libby. Cindy is surprised that Timmy asks for her advice and starts to like him. Meanwhile, Timmy is in Dimsdale and needs to get back to Retroville to finish Goddard's tune-up, or else. Jimmy thinks Cosmo and Wanda are
holograms, of course!
Which is actually perfect because, of course, their true identities as fairy godparents cannot be revealed.
If he finds out that we're Timmy's fairies, we'll have to go away forever!
Jimmy tries to get back to Retroville, but transports himself and Mr. Crocker to Fairy World instead. Back in Retroville, Goddard is transformed into a deadly monster and starts destroying the city. This is thanks to Timmy, who swaps Jimmy's disc for a video game.
Cool! I suddenly love science!
After Goddard swallows Timmy, Cindy springs into action. Cindy and Timmy then save the city. Soon, Timmy finds out Crocker is in Fairy World. Crocker goes on a rampage and then ends up living his dream of taking over Fairy World. Timmy convinces Jimmy that he needs to save the fairies by explaining to him that Cosmo and Wanda are as real to him as Goddard is. Jimmy then fights back and defeats Crocker and restores Fairy World to how it was before. Timmy and Jimmy then return to their own worlds. At the science fair, Timmy arrives without a science fair project. Luckily, Jimmy helps Timmy out. Overall, I really like this crossover. I like Nickelodeon's choice of these two shows for a crossover because Timmy and Jimmy are so different. Timmy is a fun-loving and not very smart kid who uses fairies to help him with his problems. He's practically the opposite of Jimmy, who is a serious boy genius who builds his own inventions to help him with his problems. I like how Jimmy's power of science was contrasted with Timmy's power of magic. After the special begins, it cuts to an intro scene that blends both the intro music and animation styles of the two shows in a creative way. I think the special feels true to both shows. The plot makes sense to both shows and the jokes didn't feel out of place. The running joke of Jimmy and Timmy mispronouncing their own names because they differ by just one letter offers quick comic relief in the otherwise action-packed hour.
Look at this mess. Honestly, Jimmy.
My name is Timmy! Timmy! I think people in your dimension use J instead of a T. Jeez, what a twit.
I like how Cindy works with Timmy to save the city, and how even Sheen played a role by suggesting Timmy use his teeth. However, there were a few things I think could have been improved. In the beginning, Jimmy expresses he doesn't believe in magic, and Timmy says that he isn't good at science. By the end of the special, Jimmy says he still doesn't know if magic exists, and Timmy didn't build his own science fair project. It would have been nice to see a bit of change in both. For example, after their experiences, Jimmy could have been more open to magic existing, and Timmy could have learned how to build his own science fair project and then present that at the science fair. Also, in Dimsdale, it would have been nice to see more of Timmy's friends or family, more involved in the plot, instead of it focusing only on Jimmy and Crocker. I don't know if I could say that the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour was the best Nickelodeon crossover, but it was pretty good. What did you think of the Jimmy Timmy Power Hour? Is this the best Nickelodeon crossover? Let me know in the comments down below. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Until next time, my friends, dialing out.